A lot of men are going to waste years wanting revenge because they want to try to prove a lot of people wrong. They want to get even. We want to get our payback for people who didn't believe in us, people who didn't support us, people who criticized us, people who doubted us. And I get it, because success is the best revenge. But the real flex is moving on and winning in life anyway, winning without them, watching them watch you win. That's better. That's the better move to go with, right? Because when you focus on getting revenge, you get focused on the past. You get stuck in the past, and you always got to be moving forward as a man. You always got to be thinking 3 years, 5 years, 10 years ahead. And if you're stressed about a breakup that happened a couple years ago, or a deal that didn't go right, or you got passed over on promotion, you're still stuck in that previous mindset. So I want you guys to always be trying to elevate and try to think like a winner and move like a winner. Stop focusing on getting revenge and start focusing on getting results. See, when you start to get results, the results will speak louder than the words. They will speak louder than any Instagram post, any motivational quote you see, when they can actually see that you're grinding and you're leveling up. Because when you start to level up and you start to improve, right? When you start to get a little bit more consistent, more a little disciplined, you don't have time to argue with people. You don't have time to explain to everybody your next move. You don't have time to explain why you started that business, why you started that podcast, why you building a channel, why you doing XYZ, because you're so focused on your mission. You're so focused on your vision. All that stuff is just a waste of time. So you don't need to announce your comeback. Just start winning. They will see it. The world always is going to recognize a man that's winning, a person that's winning, a person that's grinding. They can see it. If you lost a little weight, what you been eating? What you been working out at? If you've been building a business, how do you start that business? What website you use? They actually get more curious when you start to level up in life, when you start to get better results. And my best advice to you is to do it quietly. A lot of people will sabotage your situation if you give out too much information. If you tell everybody your moves, right, it's going to be more difficult for you. Think about football. They're not going to run and tell the defense what play they're going to run. They got signals. They got whole new game plan for the next team they play. They're not going to make it easy. So why would you make it easy? You got people out here who do support you and do rock with you, but you got people who also want to see you fail. So don't tell them all your moves. Don't tell them all your plays. Build quietly. Winning in silence is always going to be a great strategy for you. All right. Next thing. One of the best things that you can do as a man is just keep moving forward and just keep grinding. Whatever happened last week, what happened 2 months ago, that's in the past. Man, that shit is in the past. You got to keep moving. You got to keep going. You got to keep grinding. They used to always talk about it in sports. Yeah, man, we won the game, but it's on to the next one, right? Like right now, it's the basketball, it's the playoffs. Some teams lost and they got to pack it up and go home. But the teams who win, who keep winning, they're already on to the next. They're already on to the next game film. They're already on to the next strategy. They're already on to the next matchups. Same thing with your life. You got to be on. If you're winning, you got to be on to the next challenge. You got to be on to the next obstacle. And how do you do this? You build your mind first. You read good books. You watch good content, right? You try to get good information. Then you start to build your body. Start hitting the gym. Man, I've been going for walks pretty much every single day, especially these morning walks. Get some sunlight, get some fresh air. Next thing you know, you got some ideas. You go for a 30, 40-minute walk, you got a whole new idea of the next move you want to make, where you want to go, what you want to do. And it's a great feeling. They always say that you never regret getting a workout in, right? It may not be the greatest workout. It may not be the greatest reps and sets you did, but you'll feel better when you get out of there. Same thing. You read a good book, took some notes, took some information. Couldn't hurt you. It's not a negative. It's always a positive. So you just got to make these moves and stay positive and just keep moving forward. Because the older you get, I'm in my 40s, right? You start to value peace and freedom so much more. When you're young and you're in your 20s and your 30s, you kind of think life is going to, be smooth sailing. Then you start having issues. You start having family drama. You start having financial issues. The economy's crazy. And you start to value financial freedom. You start to value peace at your home, peace in your spot. I'm not trying to be out in the nightclubs every weekend. I'm not trying to be out in the bars at the end of the night. Yeah, I'll go for a couple of drinks, kick it with somebody, and I'm in and out that bitch, right? Same thing. You know, sometimes with the workouts, hey man, I'm not trying to be in there on the phone doing all this other stuff. You get in and get out and on to the next move, right? Because when you start to become a little bit more successful, you start to notice that you're just too busy for things that don't improve your life. Like you're just gonna be too busy. You're gonna be too focused on doing things that's gonna self-improve, things that's gonna help you and your family. And next thing you know, when someone's like, "Yo, man, come over here, let's do this," and you're like, "Nah, I got other things I gotta do. I gotta work on this website. I gotta drop some new products. I gotta make another video. I gotta make another content." And they may think it's lame. They may think it's stupid that you're doing it, right? Because you don't have a big, huge following, or you're not rich and you're not this big influencer. But the truth of the matter is, as soon as you start winning, they'll want the game plan. As soon as you start winning, they'll copy your style. They'll copy your situation. It happens all the time. Everybody does it, right? You see somebody doing something successful, you want to take notes and you want to do it too, right? So I want you guys to start focusing on getting results, right? Revenge is a short-term dopamine hit. Yeah, man, I knew I was going to get that money. I knew I was going to get that promotion. And then you want to shit on the people who are below you or the people who didn't make it. But that's not really the move. The move is the long-term play. I got this promotion. Now I got this money. I started this business. I got to grind through it. So 5 years, 10 years from now, I'm in a better spot. I'm in a better place than I was today. And that's where your mindset needs to be, all right? Use your creative skills. If you like to read, write a book. If you like to make content, man, make a podcast, do a channel, do whatever you want to do, man. Coach somebody, whatever it is. Use your creative gifts and put that shit in the marketplace. And you can always get a little bit of money. You can always do a little bit of leveling up, all right? This is the message for today. I don't want you guys to get even. I want you guys to get great, all right? This is the channel, Creative Mindset. She got L Train. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. If you like this type of content, man, hit the like button. Subscribe to the vibe. Leave a comment. Y'all know what to do. I'm up out of here. Peace.